So everyone does it differently, and this is my method for this folded cuff. I use this cuff in my forget-me-not socks. I marked my very first stitch when I cast on, and actually it's not the stitch, it's a bar between the knots. I use the slip knot cast on, which is very stretchy, and I really like it. And I am not going to be picking up the slip knots, but I'm going to pick up the bars between the slip knots. So this bar, this bar, this bar, and so on. So the first thing we need to do is fold the wrong sides together, facing each other, and find that marked stitch. And the first stitch is a little bit fiddly and difficult to find, but after that it goes smoothly. So the first thing is we're going to insert the needle into the live stitch on the needle, and also in the marked stitch. You can remove the stitch marker now if you want to. I'm going to keep it just to be safe. And then I'm going to take the working yarn through the marked stitch and through the stitch, the live stitch, which at the moment it slipped off my needle, so I'm going to insert it back on. Okay, so that was the first stitch. As I said, the first stitch is a little bit tricky. Now it's going to get easier. So the next, so first we inserting needle in the live stitch, and we're now going to look for our next cast on stitch. So I am going to check which was the last stitch I worked, and I can see that my yarn is coming out of that stitch here. So my next loop that I'm going to pick up, or the bar, we can call it as well, between the slip knots, is this one. I'm going to take yarn through that bar and through the stitch on the needle and pull it through. Okay, and I'm going to carry on like that by checking what was the stitch that I worked last, and I can see it's this one, and it's now becoming easier to see the next stitch. Insert the needle in the next live stitch, in the next stitch from the cast on edge, take yarn through the cast on edge and the live stitch on the needle, and we have a new stitch. And I'll show you a few more times. It's becoming a little bit easier now. I can clearly see my eye is used to the stitches, and it flows.